Speaking of game shape and all, this is sort of astounding to me, that this COVID testing and all that, and then you get false reports, and one of them happened to be on Kevin Stefanski, the coach of the Browns, and he
one was on the governor.
And the governor, yeah.
I mean, I'm not making fun, right?
Yeah, well, makes you wonder, but I mean,
yes.
you talk about things. It's funny when you name a new head coach. What you've done is you've undid almost everything that's happened over the past couple of years in that front office, and then on top of everything else, you give a new coach his first job, and then you hit him with a positive result on a COVID test. You have on the third day of practice, you probably lose your defensive back to an Achilles injury. I mean, when you talk about things that coaches have never seen before, this is exactly what you're talking about.
Right, and I tell you a big deal too. Now, he's supposed to be ready by the opener, but losing J.C. Tretter is a big deal.
Sure,
not having him there, because they want that offensive line to really be. Joe Thomas told me, the offensive line is like your hand, and when you look at your hand, none of your fingers are the same. They each have a little different role. And, the middle finger right there, that is J.C. Tretter, and it's kind of does the direction of it. So he's not going to be doing that. I mean, it gives Harris a chance to play quite a bit, the kid they drafted from Washington, the rookie. But because remember, you're breaking in Wills at the left tackle spot that he hadn't played before. So you're correct, Les. I mean, in a normal camp, would these injuries be a problem?
Right.
Then you don't have the preseason games and everything else.
No.
I was just looking at the transcript of Alex Van Pelt right before we came on, because he did a little Zoom call, and he mentioned that he said, we're still trying to figure out who we are on offense. And also he said there's a real sense of urgency kind of to get that together.
Well, you got 2.5 weeks till the games begin for real.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
I've not been out there because I've been on vacation, Les. I've not been out there, but I talked to some people who have been for a few of these, and they said the offenses looked really ragged.
Well, you would expect that, but maybe not as.
Yeah.
I've also been told it's worse than they expected, so we'll see. That one will wait
Right.
on.
I mean, it could change. It's just like you said, though. To your point, it's hard. And then on top of it, being a rookie head coach is difficult enough, but when you're just probably sitting in meetings about the virus.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, think about it, because it's like, I remember Chris Antonetti was telling me recently. He's like, that's usually their meetings are about player personnel, all this
Sure.
stuff. They're virus meetings, not just medical things, but what are the best protocols, all this stuff. It's a bizarre year.